South Africa, where the government brokered talks between South Africa's Association of Mineworkers and Construction Union and the world's top 3 platinum producers are ongoing. This is in a bid to end the strike in the platinum sector. Hopes for an immediate resolution for the strike, which began last week, remain sour, with AMCU's uncompromising approach to negotiations and the two sides far apart over wages. The delegations for the talks at the Pretoria Hotel were also low level, with no ministers or chief executives from Anglo-American Platinum, Impala Platinum or Lonmin present. AMCU President Joseph Mathudjong was also absent. AMCU is demanding minimum entry-level pay of $1,100 a month from the 3 platinum producers. This would more than double current wages. Companies say they cannot afford this as they grapple with soaring costs and depressed demand for platinum, especially in key markets such as Europe. CCTV's Angela Coppola has been keeping close tabs on this unfolding situation and now brings us the latest from South Africa.
The Association of Mineworkers and Construction Union and negotiators from Amplats, Implats and Lonmin have been locking horns for some time now. They're attempting to find common ground on the minimum wage demand of $1,100 per month. The 3 days of strikes have already cost the sector some $66 million, and that's without factoring in the wages lost by miners not working. Sectors outside the mining industry are becoming increasingly concerned.
I think at this point we don't see a speedy resolution to the strike, and I mean obviously there's great concerns about that, and I think also what people are mostly very afraid of is any sort of repeat of what happened in 2012.
It actually does indicate to our foreign investors that the South African trade unions have got a lot of power and that they are able to disrupt the normal operations for what seem to be issues which should be discussed under the normal negotiating umbrella.
The current impasse highlights another issue which has occupied the minds of a range of leaders in the country for some time now.
I think there's tremendous damage. I mean, what we saw is that in 2012 we'd lost almost 2 billion rand due to strikes. In 2013 we had about 5 million man days lost. So I think we really need to be mindful that it does have a huge impact on not only our industrial relations within the country, but also how people view us from the outside.
While external perceptions are important, it's becoming clear that the union may not be as united as its leaders claim when it comes to the wage demand.
We believe that the voice of the workers themselves, not necessarily of business, should actually be heard and let those people go back to work for what they are prepared to be paid.
The country's labour laws are seen by some as a contributor to the current crisis, and there have been calls for a relaxation of some of the more restrictive regulations.
The legislation is there obviously to protect people, and we definitely are very happy about making sure that workplaces are safe and those sort of legislative matters that are in place. But I think also you need to be mindful that when you have certain very restrictive labour laws, it keeps people out of the labour market.
The AMCU strike enters its 3rd official day today, with people in Pretoria at the negotiating table trying to sort things out. Meanwhile, here on the ground at Lonmin Marikana, the miners are still striking and still singing their protest songs. They want 12,500 rand and it's not negotiable. I'm Angela Coppola for CCTV at Marikana Mine in the Northwest Province.